Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what you would do with your life if you couldn't do what you love anymore? Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. In last week's episode of the Behold Tour series, we painted the Catskill Mountains at the American painter Frederic Church's property called Olana. I was so inspired by this property, I wish I could have spent a week there. I'm thankful for the footage taken there, which allows me to paint the beautiful landscape again. I am so inspired by Frederic Church. While he was known as an incredible American painter and a father of plein air painting, his creativity stretched beyond the limits of a paintbrush and canvas. Frederic Church traveled to exotic places to capture the beauty he saw in nature. Along with Thomas Cole, Church was a part of a movement that sparked a passion in America for the undeveloped nature around. Before, the American wilderness was feared, and the presence of beauty there was unknown. This same inspiration sparked America's drive to preserve the natural beauty and maintain environmental health. Americans took action on Cole's inspiration and began preserving areas and calling them national parks. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered what you would do with your life if you couldn't do what you love anymore? Well, this happened to Frederic Church. After devoting his entire life to painting, Frederic Church developed arthritis in his hands and could no longer paint. But instead of giving up, he pushed through and used his creative drive to make something incredible. Church was a master of oil painting. He learned by creating hundreds of plein air paintings. He would go on crazy adventures like sailing out on a rowboat alone into the deathly cold North Atlantic so that he could make plein air studies of icebergs. Beginning at age 18, Frederic devoted his life to the arts, later becoming a renowned painter known for his magnificent depictions of the undeveloped world, specifically America. His life was filled with adventure, wonder, and love. He met and married the love of his life, purchased a farm, and had 2 children. As time went on, he grew in fame and skill, loving the life he was living. Until one tragic week. Church's 2 children passed away after catching diphtheria. After the untimely death of his son and daughter, Church and his wife traveled, and Church painted what would be his last few years of painting before his rheumatoid arthritis developed. After the loss of his children and his ability to paint, Frederic was faced with a choice. He had a choice between sinking into despair and so quitting art or moving forward. He chose to move forward. This is what inspired me. I am so inspired by the fact that when faced with the tragedy, he kept moving forward, but even more so, I am inspired by how he spent his time. When he made that choice to not give up hope, he decided to create something incredible. This is where Olana comes in. Instead of using his hands to create, he used his creative knowledge to teach himself the art of architecture. Remember that farm I told you Frederick bought? He built a beautiful home on it for his wife and the next 4 children they had. Throughout all of his life, he had a passion for the beauty of the Hudson River landscape. It's where he built his home and raised his family. So when it came to the point where he couldn't paint, he devoted his time to preserving the land he loved so that other people could experience it as he did. But he didn't stop there. He used his architectural skills to create what he called living landscapes. He created these by finding points on his property with the best views, building roads to those points, then framing them with groves of trees. When Frederick lost his ability to create in the way he had always done, he found a new way to express his love and passion. When life hits us with the toughest blows, like losing children or being unable to do what you love, it looks like there's nothing left. It feels like we have nothing left to live for, or at least we can't see what it could be. But the truth is, there's always a bright future ahead, and we always have a choice to get there. That choice is hope. It may not look like what we expected, but that doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. And in Frederick Church's story, that choice to hope brought a piece of preserved land that was designed in such a way that people would experience nature and beauty in a new way. He chose not to give up and to find a new way to live. Frederick Church chose hope, and we can too. He taught me that creativity takes shape in more ways than traditional art. Creating is more than drawing and painting. Creating can look like gardening or making a meal. choosing what to wear in the morning, giving a speech or communicating with a friend, having an idea or thinking deeply about something. Our creative ability is not restricted to only those who can quote-unquote draw. Or those of us who have the ability to create art. Frederick Church inspires us to create in whatever form we can. Don't be afraid to create. Find your creative outlet and share your joy. You may just inspire hope for someone else.